Hello, fine people, and welcome back. Sorry, for the late start again tonight. Had another busy day today. But, wasn't too busy. So I can still stream, baby. Tonight we're playing, well, if it would like to show up, please, that'd be great. Boom. More dual Destinies. Oh, pun intended, with the boom there. Because last time we ended the first part of the Cosmic Turnabout, which ended in disaster, an explosion actually. And now we're here. Finally, on the correct timeline, no more flashbacks. We're here, it's real. And we get to play as fucking Phoenix Wright again, let's go. Missed you, Nick, I really did. In the middle of the Space Center bombing trial, we had another bombing incident. I guess, Phoenix is a canonical daddy now. I mean, he's been a canonical daddy for past couple games already, but it kind of feels weird. Say it, let it sink in. He's in his 30s. This one destroyed courtroom number 4. Furthermore, Apollo suffered massive injuries from being there when the bomb went off. We still don't know why Apollo's eye was injured. Unfortunately, Juniper Woods was fingered. Oh? Pause. As the courtroom bomber. Tina and I knew she had to be innocent, so we took her case on. And we successfully defended her. We managed to clear Miss Wood's name. Oof. But Apollo sustained further injuries, and he was attacked by Ted Tonate. And he was punished once and punished twice. He got bonked on the head. Ouch. Apollo's having it rough, man. I've been here in a while. Apollo's a tough guy, but this is taking its toll on him. Why is the picture of the piece of shit dad that left Trucy on the wall? Why are we honoring him? He was not that great of a guy. Yeah, poor guy. Being attacked by Tonate like that on top of all his other injuries. Apollo was resting at the nearby Hickfield Clinic. Oh no. Oh no, not there. Is there really no other clinic that can take care of him? Truly, he surely can be in better hands. I've had some experience with that place myself. What an awful turn of events. I never thought he'd land in a hospital of all places. Aw. Lucy, she still doesn't know Apollo is her half-brother, right? I don't think so. You must miss him too, huh? Now that you don't have anybody to tease. Don't worry, he's young. He'll heal quickly and be back right before you know it. Yeah, give her hope. It's good dad behavior. It's been a while since I last saw Trucy look so down. We won the court case, yet nobody feels much like celebrating. Alright, enough of this, people. This is no time to be moping around. Now, dry those eyes, both of you. You're the only one who's crying, Athena. Technicalities. Look, we have work to do. We have to take over. Take over what exactly? Apollo's Space Center case, of course. As no verdict's been reached, there's still a chance. I agree with Athena. We should pick up Mr. Starbuck's defense. We have to avenge our fallen comrade. Right, Daddy? That feels weird to say coming out of my mouth. Apollo hasn't exactly fallen. He's still alive, you know. Yeah, it's not like Clay. Good. Now that that's settled, let's get going. Come on, we gotta run. Wait. Right now? You better not be running the whole way. There she goes. Better go catch up. Can you take care of the office, Trucy? Sure thing, Daddy. Let's be careful out there. In the meantime, I'm gonna bake some cookies and fill up my magic panties for you. You don't need to give your dad panties. It's completely fine. She seems to be feeling a little better. We can always count on Athena to perk everyone up with her enthusiasm. Oh, she's back. Don't mind me. Just forgot a few things. Wallet, phone, the documents, my bag. That's everything. Sounds more like you forgot everything. I can always count on Athena for that too. Alright, you two. Let's be careful out there. Off we go. Of course. Visitor's room. So, our client is one Solomon Starbuck. He's so famous, even I've heard of him. That's right. He's a super famous astronaut who works at the Cosmos Space Center. He was actually up in outer space 7 years ago. You seem to know quite a bit about him. Now I'm all excited to meet the man. Is he going to be depressed again? No, what happened? I guess Apollo happened, but, what happened to all your fire? Wow, that was the longest I've ever heard. Apollo told me all about you. You're Phoenix Wright, Apollo's mentor, right? Yes, that's right. Mentor has a nice ring to it. Don't worry about a thing, Mr. Starbuck. Mr. Wright and I have got you covered. And you're, the new kid that Apollo told me about. Wait, don't I know you from somewhere? Huh? You mean, other than at your trial? I don't think so. Maybe. I mean, Athena's got that moon earring. A lot of space things in this game. I guess so. My mistake. Well, that's foreshadowing if I've ever seen it. My memory isn't what it used to be. My mind and body are kaput. Same goes for my life. I mean, I'm so astronomically unlucky, but that I had a bomb go off in the middle of my trial. Trying to defend me would be like trying to enter the stratosphere without a spacecraft. Yikes, he seriously got to stop depressing himself. Cheer up, Mr. Starbuck. Besides, that thing you said about entering the stratosphere? That just means we'd shine like shooting stars, right? Like shooting stars, huh? You know, you're right. Why didn't I think of that? After all, that's what we were all put on this earth to do, right? To shine like stars. That was fast. Guess I shouldn't mention the fact that shooting stars burn out in a flash. Oh yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1. To the stratosphere and beyond. Oh, there he goes. Let's just, oh, he stops. And flops over. Yeah, I feel alive now. You can go ahead and ask me anything you want. Is that really all it takes? Sure. So, you have no memory at all of the incident? I'm so ashamed. My memory of time is all black and clouded as a dark nebula. Still, it's strange you don't remember a thing. Are you sure you didn't take one of those anti-anxiety pills like they said at the trial? You're all wrong. I told them during the investigation too. I don't know anything about any drugs. I never took any medication, I swear. It is true I developed a fear of space because of what happened 7 years ago. And I was taking medication secretly every now and then when my anxiety got bad. Having a fear of space is not something an astronaut can brag about, you know. Oh, the so-called Hat 1 miracle. That must have been a terrifying experience. But I'm still an astronaut at heart, come what may. I would never take drugs that might impede my performance just before a launch. Well, if the drugs didn't cause memory loss, then what did? I mean, maybe he bumped his head during the explosion. After all, Clay was the one carrying the other person, not Starbuck. I mean, we could also just look up the side effects of whatever drug he's taking, but, you know, that would be way too reasonable. That launch meant everything to me. That's more certain than the theory of relativity. He seems like a completely different person now. This is the face of the astronaut I know. But the tranquilizers were found in your system. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't know why. I'm done for. If you didn't take them, then maybe somebody slipped them to you? Exactly. That's what I thought. It must have been the real culprit. My medication was in my locker. Anybody could have gotten their hands on it. What do you mean, anybody? Aren't lockers supposed to be personally locked? Maybe the real culprit also planted the detonator switch in your pocket. Yeah, that's gotta be it. I've been framed. I'll say, they even managed to plant your prints on the switch before slipping it in. It's a real possibility. Do you remember anything else that might be relevant? Anything at all, no matter how small? Like about the murder weapon, for example. That knife. It came from one of the Space Center's utility kits. Utility kits? Yeah, staff who work on machinery a lot are given these special toolkits to use. All the technicians have them, so I doubt you could prove whose knife it is. Utility knife. As I recall, your last trip into space was 7 years ago, right? A set of utility tools used by Space Center techs. Okay, well, if he's not a Space Center tech, then I guess anyone else who is a Space Center tech could be suspicious. God, these two have very similar faces, I gotta say. Like, their nose and mouth structure are nearly identical, and their eyes, too. Maybe it's just same face syndrome? Maybe. I mean, Athena and Apollo have pretty similar mouth and eye structure. Or mouth and noses. Their portraits. That's right, it was a pretty rough experience. During that mission, we had all kinds of problems with the craft. You did? What kind of problems? Power failure, oxygen leakage, busted radio, cracked windows, loose control column. The heat shield came off as we were entering the atmosphere. I thought it was a goner. I managed to make it somehow with the popsicles and ice packs from the freezer. Wow. No wonder they dubbed it the Hat One Miracle. It's a miracle you made it back. Space is a boundless place. That's why it continues to capture people's imaginations. But the vastness of space shows us how insignificant we are in the scheme of things. The darkness just goes on forever, and ever, and ever, without end. Oh. Very, oh, what is this? This is spooky. I'm very loud. There's nobody there. Nobody was gonna come save me. I was all alone. Ooh. Yeah, this is... I can feel the tension. All alone. With nothing to listen to but the sound of my own breath. My own breathing. And heartbeat. I kept scrambling to make repairs, but I couldn't keep my hands from shaking. An experience like that would make anybody afraid to go up into space. Yeah. Well, at least there's a cause to it, you know, that makes sense. It's nothing weird like, oh, I wanted to be an astronaut this whole time, but actually, I was afraid of space this whole time. No, he actually has a good reason. Outer space. With the experience you had, weren't you dreading this mission? What? No way. Of course not. Even now, I want to go up into space so bad I can barely stand it. I want to shake off the Earth's gravity, escape velocity, and spin around weightless. But you have to admit, it was pretty harrowing. Weren't you even a tiny bit afraid? I was afraid. Of course I was. Still am. But space is man's final frontier. An unknown world. Cosmic truth is out there waiting for us somewhere. Cosmic truth, huh? I guess there are people looking for the truth in every walk of life. No matter how afraid I am, I sure can manage. If I give in to my fear, I'll never find the truth. As long as I don't give up, I can keep up the fight. Man, this angle on his face is not very flattering at all. Makes his nose look 10 times bigger. One thing's for sure, Mr. Starbuck's passion for space is undeniably the real deal. The victim, Clay Terran, he was kind of like your protege, wasn't he? Well, it wasn't a big, exaggerated deal like master and apprentice or anything like that. But Clay did think of me as his mentor. The mentor and protege. What a combination they must have been. With his encouragement, I knew I could get over my fear and go back into space. But now... Clay must have been very encouraging, huh? Yeah, it's funny, really. Whenever I'd hear him shout, "You're fine!" I always got the feeling everything really was just gonna be fine. You're fine. Apollo says I'm fine, and you're fine all the time too. And I always feel encouraged too whenever I hear him whenever I hear him shout it. Fuck me. Yeah, Clay and Apollo were best buds. They used to come visit the Space Center a lot ever since they were high school kids. One day, out of the blue, Clay even told me he wanted to be my protege. Those two hung around the Space Center so much they were like a part of the staff. One time during zero-G training, I started to panic a little bit. The two of them took turns shouting, "You're fine," over the radio. That is okay, I gotta say, like, that's a very weird thing to say. You're fine. Right? Doesn't it... Who shouts "you're fine"? Feels like a lame catchphrase, you know? It was a simple thing, but it was exactly what I wanted to hear. I needed to hear. So I'm fine and you're fine were like Apollo and Clay's secret phrases, huh? I wish I could ask Apollo more about Clay and their relationship now. Speaking of Clay, how do you suppose he climbed down the ladder with you over his shoulder? Sorry, but I can't even begin to imagine. But he actually did climb down that ladder, so a way has to exist. Maybe he dropped Starbuck down and Starbuck hit his head. That's how Starbuck had amnesia. From the freedom of space to the walls of a cell. But the prosecutor said the dark night sky isn't half bad through barred windows. You're fine. Solomon's soul Starbuck is fine. Everything is gonna be alright. Huh? And Athena's Psyches is fine. Come on, Mr. Wright. You too. Do I really have to? Phoenix Wright is fine. I can't hear you. Aye, aye, Captain. Oh. Phoenix Wright is fine. We'll get you back into space yet, Mr. Starbuck. I believe in your innocence, and have faith in us. Oh, believe in your innocence. Apollo believed in you wholeheartedly, and that's good enough for me. I believe in you too. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. I'll put my faith in you. And I vow to make it back into space. All I need first is a not guilty verdict. Sure feels nice to reassure ourselves every now and then that we're all fine. Okay, Mr. Wright. Let's get our investigation of the Space Center started. Pronto. Good idea. Let's go. Probably don't need to present anything, do I? They carried me out and saved me. But after all that, he killed with this blade. And the fact that the killer might be me. Wait, it's me sighing. Oh, he's got you sighing, boss. Know anything about this piece of evidence? No, sorry I'm so useless. No, it's alright. There's no need to get all depressed. Clay always used to cheerfully greet me in a loud voice. And he did vocal exercises every morning, sometimes until he was hoarse, right? Exactly, you could always hear him, even through the wall. Hey, wait a minute. Do you know Clay? No, but like attracts like, as they say. Cords of steel. Alright, how about this? No. This? No. This? How about my autopsy report? I swear, if they pull a twist like, oh, Clay and Apollo were the same person, or they were brothers, or some shit like that, I will lose my shit. Calling it here. So what do you think about this? The evidence is gonna get me convicted. No, it's my attorney's badge. I was hoping it would reassure you that that we're here to defend you. Evidence isn't just for the prosecution. It can help prove a person's innocence too. That's a positive spin on things. I thought that was common knowledge. Alright. Let's move to the entrance. Finally here. I have a little cardboard cutout. One of those face cutouts. Cosmos Space Center. Gyaxa. Wow, I was wondering what kind of place the Space Center would be. Almost looks like an amusement park of the future. Yeah, did you know they even let the public see their rockets up close? Oh, so check it out. Look how brightly the Gaxa logo shines in the sunlight above the entranceway. I really dig the stars and rocket motif it's got going. Gaxa, huh? Isn't that the new space of the federal? Isn't that the new name of the Federal Space R&D program? Yeah, but why the strange acronym? I mean, why is GAS? What is GAS supposed to stand for? Galaxy? If it were, if that were it, then the whole thing would be something like Galaxy Exploration Agency, GXA. Which, if you ask me, I would have abbreviated to GAXA or even Gaia. GAXA is a very strange name, especially for a NASA knockoff. Gax is way better. I guess so. Oh, I know. Maybe the person who came up with the name just really likes the letter Y. This exchange is beginning to feel oddly like deja vu. Deja vu. When has this happened before? Anyway, this place is more than just a research facility. It's also a tourist attraction. Tourist attraction? Don't make me laugh. It's a monument to the human race. Oh. Who's this nerd? Galactic scooter, full speed ahead. Oh shit. Oh, look at this guy. Yikes. Who's this geezer and what's he want? Fucking Captain from Risk of Rain 2. My boy Cap. Damn, this guy definitely looks the part. Look upon me and look well. Behold the great power of space science. That scooter is the power of great space science? Pardon me, but you are? My glorious name is Yuri Cosmos. Yuri. I'm the director of the Cosmos Space Center. The center of the cosmos. It's quite cool looking, I'll give you that. It's got a cool theme too. Boss, that was pretty groan-inducing. This person is the Space Center's director, and that means... Ah, so you were one of the first to discover Clay's body, weren't you? Ah, he's a potential suspect. You know, when I heard the name Yuri Cosmos, I didn't expect a man like that. Who's the first to find the victim? Actually, there were two of them. The Space Center director, Yuri Cosmos, and Detective Candace Arm. That is correct. I was honored to be the very first man in all of space and time to discover the body. Let's talk of the innocent. In the incident, are you by chance the space police? You can't tack the word space onto just any old thing, you know. We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We're here to investigate the case. Oh, and we're Earth lawyers, by the way. Ah, I see. Yes, I've heard about you. In that case, by my esteemed privilege, I grant you permission to investigate. I trust you are appropriately grateful. Now go ahead, have at it. Wow, he's letting us investigate? Either he's very confident as a culprit, or he's not guilty. I can already tell he's going to be in nothing but trouble. Don't let him hear you say that, or you'll see what trouble really is. Let's just be professional and ask him about when he found the body, okay? Yuri Cosmos. So, as director, what do you do here at the Space Center specifically? Defend peace across the galaxy and promote space development in this country. No matter what obstacles stand in our way, we keep going for the sake of mankind. I believe I used the word specifically in my question. Scooter phone. Attention all personnel. To your brake stations. Prepare for break. Oh, I get it. You just wander around and tell people what to do in a self-important manner. That is exactly right, because I am an important man. My manner is important. Mr. Wright, this man doesn't get sarcasm. Well, there's bound to be some people like that here in the boundlessness of space. What's that? You want to know what it is that makes me important specifically? Very well, I will tell you. I was the central figure of the Hat 1 project. The central figure, huh? I don't know if I should be impressed. That thing was called a miracle for a reason, and not in a good way. Oh. Crack theory. What if this guy intentionally set up the Hat 1 launch to be disastrous, to kill Solomon Starbuck, but then he lived miraculously? So then, this guy, if he is the culprit, he has a motive, right? To like, get Starbuck in the slammer once and for all. I don't know why he would kill Clay, though, if he was guilty. I'd be more impressed if I knew what he did for it, specifically. About the bombing. Yes, sir. Duty Cosmos. Could you tell us what you know about the incidents from the other day? Not expect old man on a scooter, gotta say. I refuse. For some reason the name Yuri brings up different mental images. Oh yeah, I'm sure the scooter is state of the art. I mean, it's got a phone attached to it. It's insane. What? Explaining is a job for common folk, not the director of the center of the cosmos. My testimony, which will go down in space history, will be heard in the courtroom. What? So does that mean you'll be taking the stand tomorrow? That is correct. I will be the most glorious witness in the history of mankind. This guy is totally the culprit, isn't he? How you doing, Niv? I'm not sure if he really understands what being a witness is all about. It looks like Director Cosmos is the type that only talks about what he wants to talk about. Ooh, drawing. Drawing is a cool hobby. I have too many hobbies to pick up more. But if I could, I'd like to try drawing. About Hat 1. The Hat 1 was a rocket that was launched into space 7 years ago, correct? And despite numerous problems, it somehow made its way back home? Yeah, I'm sure. It's a learned skill. I tend to enjoy the learned skill hobbies. Gives you, like, something long-term to work towards, you know? It's a never-ending journey, or something like that. Drawing, music, any other, like, form of art. Yeah. I suppose it is part of my job to educate ignorant young folk like you. Very well. I will impart to you the complete story of the Hat 1 project. Oh, thank you very much. I have a feeling this Hat 1 project is going to be pretty important. Hat 1's noble mission was to collect samples from an asteroid. And Mr. Starbuck was the pilot for that flight. Eventually, the Hat 1 reached its planned orbit. From where it launched the Hope probe towards the asteroid belt. From there, the Hope probe began its long, lonely journey into the far reaches of space. Then, after a terrifying struggle, the Hat 1 returned safely to Earth. That struggle was that's Athena. That struggle was when the incident known as the Hat One Miracle occurred, right? Correct. It truly was a miracle. Of course, they had to just turn the ordeal into a movie. As with the Hope probe, it did eventually arrive safely at its destination. It obtained a few samples from the asteroid and returned to Earth but a few days ago. Wait, what was that? Ah, okay. So the Hope probe launched from the Hat One. Hat One came back eventually. But then the Hope probe, came back recently? Interesting. The samples are scheduled for analysis in the near future. We haven't had time since they just came back the day before Terran's murder. Regrettably, we've had no time to inspect the samples due to everything that has occurred. But this puts our space development program ahead of the other countries by several years. By analyzing rocks? That's quite impressive. I guess this guy isn't just a loudmouth braggart after all. The golden age of space development. Our predecessors were successful in bringing a moon rock back. That is the greatest achievement in the history of this space center. The public fell in love with the space and all of its glorious potential. Moon rock, huh? I remember that being big. Our endeavors with the moon rock lives on in our work with these asteroid samples. I want to bestow new hopes and dreams for the future upon mankind once again. That is my mission, as the man who stands at the center of the cosmos. I hear there's lots of research into moon rocks and stardust from asteroid seeds these days. They say the result could potentially have a huge impact on all of civilization. Really? What, are you going to find some infinite energy source in one of these asteroids or something? It's like we're in a new space race with every other country out there. What? But your tongue. It's not for anything as so base as money or politics. It's all for the brilliant future that awaits mankind, and for my illustrious mission. With the recent budget cuts, my staff tells me finances are tight, but I won't hear it. Interesting. I guess even a space program has to watch its budget. By the way, you seem awfully knowledgeable about this kind of thing, Athena. Huh? Oh, well, you know, I thought I'd better brush up. For the case. Is that so? I feel like she might be lying. After all, Solomon did think that he saw her once before. Well, I'll be on my way. As you can see, I'm a very busy and very important man. Galactic Scooter, fire up the main engine, max battle speed, and engage. Oh, speaking of engage, my copy of Fire Emblem Engage arrived pretty recently. I do want to stream that game at some point. I heard it's pretty goofy, but the gameplay's pretty good. So I've heard. I mean, I can tolerate a pretty goofy and frankly bad story. After all, I enjoyed Conquest. Conquest was good. Can't wait to play as Toothpaste Chan or Toothpaste San. Yeah, Pepsi Man. That thing is surprisingly fast. I guess we better get going too. You bet. Let's make it so. Oh, is that Phoenix? Oh, yeah, that was Phoenix. My bad. Alright, well. Let's move. Shame I can't inspect this area. I want my funny flavor text. I want to see what funny things they have to say about this little cardboard face cutout. Yo, what's up? What's up, Bigglesworth? Pocket Sage. I don't think I really need a Pocket Sage in this game. This is where Mr. Tarrant was murdered. Yeah, this is the lounge. Let's see that diagram. The police made again. Right now we're in the main building here on the right side, on the 3rd floor. On the right side on the 3rd floor. It's got a little, like, seahorse in the background. Claim Mr. Starbuck fled here from Launchpad 1 after the explosion. You there! No admittance without express permission! I'll have you know, the man himself gave me permission. What is that thing? That's gotta be like a prop. It's not a real animal. Or is it? We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We've come to investigate. Sorry, nobody gets in without permission. Not even the police superintendent. Really? Can't have Detective Fulbright getting mad at me. So Detective Fulbright is here, huh? Yeah, he's in the Launchpad 1 corridor. Go get clearance from him, and then we'll talk. Leave it to me. I'm great at getting intel out of Detective Fulbright. Let's see, what trick should I use on him today? I don't know if I should be grateful or afraid. So, to get to the Launchpad 1 corridor... Oh, there she goes. Ooh. Camera angle. We just have to go through that door with the blue rocket on it, I think. Yeah. Cheers, Bigglesworth. Wait, that door... It's awfully familiar. Hi there, boss. Yep, it's the door. This is the door Clay and Mr. Starbuck used during their escape from the launch pad. Ah, that explains it. The fingerprint system has been deactivated. Good night to you, too. So I think we can just pass through. Now come on, let's go. I can't inspect. Here we go. Oh, it's got a little cleaning robot here. It's got one of those, I don't know what you call those horizontal escalators. There's like speedways. Speed walkways? I don't even know. There's like a specific word for it. You see them at the airport. So this is it, huh? Yeah, I love the feeling of walking on those. How you go slightly faster than you normally do when you walk. It's an interesting feeling. This is the corridor where the two of them used in their escape. Yep. This is the only thing connecting Launchpad 1 with the main building. I see police tape down at the other end. I guess we won't be looking at the launch pad. After the explosion, this whole corridor must have been filled with smoke. The launch pad itself was probably a sea of flames. Must have been pretty scary for them. Yeah, where could Detective Fulbright be? Hey, I think that's him over there. Oh. Look at this goober. What should I do? Which path is the path of justice? He seems to be lost. That's funny. This corridor is a straight shot. It's you, the lawyer people. Welcome to the Space Center. Enjoying a relaxing day off, are you? Here for a little rocket sightseeing? We're here to investigate the scene, same as you. Do you have any info to share? Boss, if he acts at all reluctant to give us information, we'll beat him up. We hit him with the whatever shall we do act. I'm sure he'll fall for it. Well, we're just talking about it right in front of him. Got it? We're trying to catch the unruly family dog here or something? Info on the case, huh? Alright. I'll gladly share some with you. Wow. Huh? What just happened? Detectives and lawyers seeking truth and justice side by side. I like it. Just take whatever you want from me, you info bandits. I'm in a generous mood today. Well, actually being cooperative for once. Thank you. Maybe you're not so bad after all, Fulbright. I don't know. There's something weird about Detective Fulbright today. Well, we need information, so let's run with it. If you say so. Talk. Crime scene. Detective Fulbright. Oh, God, thanks. Sitting in a uncomfortable position. Could you give us permission to investigate the crime scene? There's an officer on guard and we can't get in. Oh, whatever shall we do? That's an easy one. I'll let them know over there to let you in. Investigate to your heart's content. Take a week if you need it. A month even. Shall I have some snacks delivered? One of my men gives a mean neck rub. No, that's okay, but thanks. Definitely not the Fulbright I know. Yeah, what happened to him? Detective Fulbright is acting sickeningly sweet. It's kind of gross, actually. Do you think he hit his head or something? Who knows? Whatever the case, it's making our lives way easier. What happened exactly? Maybe he's trying to hide one specific thing from us, and he's just giving everything else to us. You were here at the Space Center at the time of the incidents, weren't you, Detective? That's right, I was here on security assignment. Police are required to secure rocket launches now. I didn't know that. Yes, well, you know us. Serve and protect. Explosions occurred while I was here on duty, so I started leading the evacuation. He's leaving out a lot of details, but okay. Could you tell us more about what happened? Of course, a bomb went off on the second floor of the main building. Right after that, the one over in Launchpad 1 also blew sky high. So I immediately instructed the visitors and the employees to evacuate the shelter. Shelter? Or evacuate to the shelter? Yeah, evacuate to the shelter, not evacuate the shelter. Very different sentence there. It's there for accidents and emergencies and the like. So, where were you when the first bomb went off? I was also on duty on the 4th floor. It was quite the madhouse, I tell you. The elevator wasn't working on account of the explosion. The stairs on the 2nd floor were destroyed, so we couldn't go that way. Then wasn't it impossible for you to get down to the basement shelter? Yeah. No, we lowered an emergency ladder from a 4th floor window and escaped that way. It was a folding ladder, so it wasn't very stable, but at least it reached the ground. After I secured the ladder, I left to take another look around for any other survivors. Once everyone else got out safely, I made my way down too and headed for the shelter. Picking up nothing else? Well, what an ordeal, but climbing down an emergency ladder seems kind of fun. Thank you for your answers, Detective. They were very helpful. Just a moment. I have some more information to share with you. Don't tell Professor Blackwell, okay? Really? Wow, Professor Blackwell usually has you on a short leash too. Well, never mind that. Ha ha. I thought you should know that there was a witness. A witness? That's pretty important. Could you tell us more about this witness? Sure thing. The witness was a Space Center employee who was on the 4th floor. While she was climbing down, she looked through a window to the 3rd floor lounge. So she was looking into the crime scene from the outside? That's right. It was just a matter of chance that she saw something important. Not that I know what she saw exactly yet, though. You don't? But that's the most important thing of all. Ha ha ha. Don't you worry. I'll get around to interviewing her soon enough. You should still be somewhere here in the Space Center. You might even run into her. A 4th floor employee, huh? Alright. Thanks for the info, Detective Fulbright. I'm getting tired already. What do you get for starting late? I think today's stream will be a short one. I can keep going for a little bit, though. Gee, are you sure you're being a cooperative, Detective? A little too cooperative, even. Yes, well, actually, Something you can't talk about? Yes, something like that. Anyway, never mind. Don't worry about me. What was that all about? Something is definitely going on. I'm gonna get it out of him the next time I see him. Okay. I'm not so sure he'll talk about it, though. Oh, we have permission to investigate now, so let's head back to the boating lounge. Yay, investigation. Can I investigate the weird alien seahorse thing? They got, like, Dr. Seuss trees in the background. Ah, you two. Detective Fulbright has granted you permission to investigate. He also said I should bring you some snacks or give you a neck rub too, if you'd like. I'll take the snacks. Oh, that's alright, but thank you for the offer. Now, let's see. Where's that diagram again? So, this lounge is on the 3rd floor of the main building. According to Apollo, this is where he believes a third party killed his friend. So let's stop the recap. Start looking for traces of this third person then. You read my mind, Athena. Oh, you read my mind. We'll make it our first priority. There's just one problem, though. The room... It's just so big. Pause. Don't worry, we can use this to help us. Space Center pamphlet. For tourists? Yep, picked it up at the entrance. The maps inside should come in handy. Let's see. Yep, here it is. Map of the lounge. This is the door we went through to talk to Detective Fulbright. Oh yeah, that's the door with the fingerprint recognition lock. Well, I guess this map will make things a little easier. Hmm. No time for excuses. Let's track down the third person. Hmm. Wait, there's just one more thing. Such a strange creature moving around moving around outside the window. Finally, someone points it out. Looks like one of those what's that animal called? Leafy sea dragons? I like leafy sea dragons. Seeing them at the aquarium. The aquarium is one of my favorite places to go to. Love seeing sea creatures. Oh, boss, it's just a holographic image. Oh, yeah, I knew that. It's a relief. There should be a button somewhere in this room to turn the image on and off. That's what it says in the pamphlet anyway. That's gonna be important. Oh shit, we got an aquarium case? Oh, maybe I should do the DLC. I mean, it's not like I have to pay for the DLC. Rest in peace to the 3DS eShop, by the way. You were good, 3DS, you were good. I still have my 3DS XL. I kind of regret not getting one of the new 3DS models, but I don't know. The XL it still does its job. And like, there's like 2 new 3DS exclusive games. Oh, it's good, huh? Well, if it's good, if it's got your personal recommendation, I mean, I gotta play it then. The only reason you're so eager to start is so that you can push that button, isn't it? I'll have to figure out how to get the DLC to work on my definitely capture card footage DLC. Yeah, 3DS. Yep. What's wrong with that? Let's just look for the button while we're looking for clues. Alright, fine. Let's get investigating. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I can find out on YouTube. Funny you mentioned that. One of the people I watch a lot actually recently finished a Dual Destinies what's it called? Playthrough. You know, Lucajin. YouTuber on Twitch, YouTuber that's not a VTuber on YouTube. I'm watching her for a while. Obviously, can't really watch Dual Destinies because I'm playing it. I want to be spoiler free. First glance, it looks like a peaceful landscape. And then there's that creature. Didn't the Hope probe go to some planet? Maybe this is what its surface looked like. Went to a planet? Thought it was just supposed to collect asteroids. I don't know. I think it would have made the news if they discovered a creature like that. Didn't make quite a bit of news though. when the probe came back. Yeah, but the whole probe didn't even go to a planet. It went to an asteroid. That's a big rock kind of thing. Even aliens can't live there. Tina seems shocked. Oh, they got like life pods? It's so cute. Okay. What is this? That's some pretty futuristic looking furniture over there. According to the pamphlet, these are no ordinary chairs. They're like an amusement park teacup ride. Oh. You can power them yourself, it says. Spin the table, your chair spins too. Why would anybody want to have something like that here? It's for astronauts who have trouble with the device on the ceiling. No vertical spins. It says it's a training device that's easy on the eyes and on the body. Can a person really call themselves an astronaut if they can't handle 0G? Ooh, one of these training devices. Man, it must be absolute torture to be in one of these. I could never be an astronaut. You know? You ask? Yeah, that's your gamer chair? Impressive. Gaming chairs have moved on from racing chairs. Now it's astronaut training chairs. That's the new hotness. No matter how I look at it, all I can think of is torture device. Gotta say though, nothing beats a good office chair. With a mesh back. It's perfect. But I guess it's a training device for getting used to zero gravity. Uh-oh. Athena has an odd glint in her eye. Is she thinking about trying that thing out? I should try to stop her. I'm afraid she'll just outmuscle me. Hey, Mr. Wright, look at that up there! Oh? Oh. Some kind of fragment? Stuck in tight. Oh, so that's what the glint was all about. That color looks familiar. I think it's part of an oxygen tank. Yeah, that's what I figured. So, I guess it's a bit of shrapnel that flew out, and maybe it's because an oxygen tank exploded from too much pressure inside? I think you're right, but if that's here, it means Clay's tank ruptured after they arrived at the boarding lounge. So Prosecutor Blackwell's theory that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay down the ladder must be wrong. This proves that both of the astronauts were alive when they reached the boarding lounge. So Apollo was right. It seemed the murder wasn't the launch pad. Yee! Way to go, Apollo. So, this is where they discovered Clay. Yeah, he was already dead when they found him. Let's take a look at the photo. So he was stretched out like this and... Huh? What's that thing that looks like a thermos? It is a thermos. Carries lots of soup. That's the thing that Prosecutor Blackwell mentioned when I was in court with Apollo. Good soup. Space soup. He said that it contains asteroid samples. Oh, right. Director Cosmos mentioned something about that too, didn't he? That they were brought back only 5 days ago by the probe that the Hat 1 launched. I wonder what they look like. Do you think they'll let us see? Let's think about that after we've solved the case, okay? What is this? A window, and it's right next to the holographic image too. Can you see outside? I bet it's here to help people see the stark contrast between reality and virtual reality. Way off, it says emergency ventilation, you know, to clear smoke from a fire. See? It's pointing out the virtual insanity of reality. Okay, where does this take me? So it looks like there are 3 doors that lead in and out of this room. 3 doors, huh? And the music stopped for some reason. Well, let's check. Drum roll, please. Ta-da! The Space Center pamphlet. Here, at this place that says Boarding Lounge 1. Here are the 3 doors. Let's call them Lefty, Righty, and Downy. We usually say West, East, and South in a case like this, you know? No, let's do Lefty, Righty, Downy. I agree with Athena. Details, details. Anyway, take a look at the West door. The door with the rocket icon leads to Launchpad 1. I know, because it says here on the map, Launchpad 1, corridor. Wow, you're so smart, Athena. That's where we were with the detective. It was filled with smoke after the explosion. Right, next up, the right-hand side of the map, or east in your world. That's the door with the satellite dish icon to signify communication, aka the control room. Yep, it definitely says control room. Looks like it has another door on the opposite side. They communicate and exchange information with rockets and probes in space from there. So, it's the center of the Space Center. The Space Center, if you will. Does everybody start to talk like Director Cosmos after they've been here for a while? But it seems that they built a new command center on the 6th floor. That's what they used for the Hat 2 mission. So this control room was empty at the time. There's a new command center on the 6th floor. I always wanted to see the inside of a mission control room, excuse me, since we're here. I'd love to do that too, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to. I want to keep curious kids like you out. Kids? I should be calling you the kid. So the door is protected with fingerprint recognition. Only the director can go through. That much security. I'm definitely not the one they're looking to keep out, Athena. So apparently, the lock is also hooked up to a backup generator in case of emergencies. So it's like the other door. Okay, what about the last door? There's no label for that area. This lower door, oh excuse me, I mean south door, leads to the elevators. Man and robot, the 2 genders, obviously. This is the door we come through when we entered this room, right? Yep, and of course, there was no fingerprint recognition device, so it's open to anyone. But the elevators weren't working at the time due to the explosion. Well, that's about it for the 3 Muscadors of the boarding lounge. 3 Muscadors. Thanks. Understanding the layout of the lounge should help us understand the case. That's why I thought we'd better have a good grasp of where all the doors go. Cool. Okay, so everything here seems to be inspected, except this life pod, but I'll just do that now. These are giving me big Virtue's Last Reward vibes. These are apparently oxygen capsules. They're for recovery after a training session. Recovery after a training session. Excuse me. I wonder if they can change your voice. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Huh? It didn't do a thing. It's not helium, Athena. It's oxygen. What about this? Oh, a mirror. How thoughtful of them to put one here. Thoughtful? So the ladies can fix their makeup. One's appearance is just as important in space as it is on Earth, you know. You never know when you're going to run into some other life form, after all. Trying to look hot for the aliens, Athena? You trying to say something about what you're into? Look, I won't judge. The aliens are hot, hey. I can't judge, okay? I probably would too. I doubt anybody who thinks like that would ever become an astronaut in the first place. Look, Phoenix. Look. You never know. There could be an astronaut one day that wants to be an astronaut purely because he wants to, because they want some alien action, you know? Clan down in Alien Town, you know, that's what I'm saying. Some hot, steamy, intergalactic action. I'm a clown, fun times. I still say that sometimes. I mean, it's not really a dated phrase, is it? I swear, slang comes and go nowadays. I mean, it's always been like that, right? But it's so weird hearing like new phrases all the time. I guess so. I mean, I don't see it all the time. It's just an occasional thing. What is this? Danger. Warning. Helmet use required. Please use the moon walk apparatus responsibly. Wait, it's just grating? Oh, shiny. Is it? There is a shiny. Hey, I see something shiny down there. Let's take this cover off then. What's this? It's like a metal jelly bean. It is bullet. Bullet? No one died of bullet wounds, I think. It's really small, but it's a bullet. It's only about 2 to 3 millimeters in diameter. Really? This is shiny jelly bean. Let's see, that would make the caliber 10? Oh, Phoenix knows his guns. Caliber refers to the diameter of a gun's barrel, right? Yes, but I've never heard of a .10 caliber. Oh, .10, not 10. .10 caliber gun before. This bullet must be for a special kind of gun. I bet if you tried firing a bullet this small with a regular sized gun, it would just fall right out. Yeah, it must have been a real small gun. I wonder how the bullet ended up here. A gun for ants. I mean, we're in the bottom left, on the south door side of the room, according to this map. That's pretty far from where Clay's body was. Maybe the police didn't think to look here. Yeah, just leave it to Detective Fulbright to accidentally hand us the card we need. Bullet. That's about it for this area. Here's another amazing... What the fuck? I can't read? Can I read? I can read. Here's another amazing piece of equipment. Walk on the surface of the moon, it says. I cannot. Apparently I can't. Oh boy, I want to try it. Gravity is weak on the moon, so I bet I could do mid-air somersaults. Oh, true. Oh, thank you. Drink water. Oh, double drink water. I really have no idea what to do with my channel points. Other than to drink water. At least I'm not alone. We're still on Earth, remember? Besides, it's connected to the ceiling. Well, at least I can jump really high. Oh. Maybe. Maybe the memory loss is induced by, this fucking moon machine. Bumped his head. A bit too hard. There's a sign on the wall that very clearly says, "Don't jump too high." And what good is this thing? I didn't say in the beginning. Walk on the surface... Oh, didn't I say in the beginning, walk on the surface of the moon? It's the moon treadmill. Oh, it's not really a treadmill, it's just a pit you walk around in. What's this? Trapdoor? It's a trash chute. The cleaning robots throw the garbage out from here. The robots do the cleaning? What a futuristic world we live in. Yeah, they just got like a huge Roomba. I just hope they don't revolt like they do in science fiction movies. No way, all the robots here are very nice. You want to meet a giant Roomba? You better hope it doesn't run you over. Actually, wasn't there one in the Launchpad 1 Wasn't there one in the Launchpad 1 corridor? We can go say hi to it if you want. Yeah, we can say hi to Wally's left cousin. Alright. I think that about does it for there. Inspected that already. Gotta inspect this now. The button first. I wonder what this big knob is for. It's like the knob on a stove. Well, it's the same shape, but I think that's where the similarities end. I mean, it's behind a glass pane. What kind of stove would require knob security like this? Knob security. That is a, interesting phrase. Secure your knobs, fellas. Yeah, exactly. Well, the knob is straight up and down. So if it was for a stove, the burner would be off. Right, if it was for a stove. So I wonder what it's really for. Something turned on by a knob that's not a stove? How about a rocket engine? If you had to start the engine here, the rocket would take off before you could get in. Then I guess all we can say now is that it's a mystery knob. Mystery knob, huh? So this is the fingerprint recognition device. I guess you can put your hand on this hand mark. I guess we can try. Now, line my hand up. The outline? Don't, Athena. This thing's related to the case. Get your prints all over that, and the next thing you know, you'll be named a suspect. Well, how can you be so cruel to a little girl like me? I'm not buying those tears, Missy. Alright, the last thing. Let's see, this story is... Where's that pamphlet? Here we are. It's the door to the corridor that leads to Launchpad 1. We went through it earlier when we went to talk to Detective Fulbright, so I guess the security lock must be disengaged now, right? You see, the corridor was filled with smoke at the time of the bombing. Sitting beside the door? This must be the fingerprint recognition device. Which reminds me, I think Prosecutor Blackwell talked about it at the trial. Oh, he did? He did, I guess. The notion of a third party in Launchpad 1 is utterly absurd. Just to enter the area from the lounge, one must pass through a door guarded by a fingerprint recognition device. And allow me to state up front that there are precious few with the clearance to do so. Wait, does this mean that the bomber's prints were verified by the system? The number of authorized personnel was supposed to be really small. Voila! Fingerprint powder! I bought it just in case something like this came up. Wow. Who are you? Who do you think you are? Emma Sky? I found it at the office. I've been just itching for a chance to use it. Wow, way to think ahead. Now let's dust off the fingerprint recognition device and see what we can find. You got it! Now to sprinkle some here, and a little more there, and... Woof! Oh, no minigame? Let's see what we have here. Oh, we got something. Oh, it's only a single set of prints. Isn't that a good thing? Sure wish we could figure out who those prints are, whose prints these are. Excuse me. I'm fucking tired. Although, I doubt we'll be so lucky as to get the culprit's prints on the first try. Well, I'm willing to bet that Detective Fulbright has some fingerprint data. Right, there's the security footage of this door too. Yes, here it is. Came up in court the other day. I wish we could see the part of the footage just after this bit. Oh, because that would be right before the murder, wouldn't it? Let's ask the detective. With the mood he's in, he'll probably show it to us right away. Yeah, he's almost in too good of a mood today. Let's go see if we can find him again once we're done with this room. Camera. Probably the last thing, I think. This must be the security camera that recorded the astronauts making their escape. Oh, let's commemorate this occasion with a love and peace. Have you done now? Shall we move on? Oh, yeah, okay. But just one more for the road. Peace. Very mature. Wait, what is this? Bright purple sky, plenty of greenery, and a tranquil lake. The idyllic scene stretches on as far as the eye can see. It's beautiful, but it lacks something to make it truly captivating. Wow. Hard critique by Phoenix Wright. I think that's about it for this room. I think I will, end the stream in that case. Oh right, that is cracked. Looks like a spider web, kind of. Probably a glass crack, is it? I don't know. Give the little seahorse a good pet. We're just gonna... Nothing special here, he says. Alright, well, it's gonna be all for me tonight. Just probably get some sleep for tomorrow. Next stream will be Persona on Sunday. Please look forward to that. Yeah, it was great having you here, Niv. And thank you to everyone else who watches. Whether you're lurking or watching the VODs. I appreciate you. And your support. Well, I wish you all good night. Take care of yourselves. Stay healthy, stay safe, be well. And I'll see you very soon. Oh, I should probably save the game. you go. You heard me save.